tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the look at your forecast, guys. Satellite radar pretty quiet this morning. We do have a storm crossing to our north through the day today, and that's going to crank up the winds as we get into the later half of this morning. Temperatures right now compared to where we were yesterday, up by 5 to 15 degrees in most areas. So a nice comfortable start to the day leaves us well into the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Down to the south right now, Albuquerque at 58 degrees, cooler though along I-40 West in the low 40s. Winds not terrible yet, but they will slowly start to increase this morning. Right now, strongest winds found in and around Santa Fe and Las Vegas, about 10 to 15. I expect those winds to be about 15 to 25 miles per hour this afternoon across most of the lower elevations. Stronger winds up in the mountain areas, but Albuquerque will go breezy with those winds and temperature about 81. So it's pretty similar to what we had yesterday. Still a good 10 degrees above average for us for this time of year. Now, red flag warnings are in place for areas along I-40 east from the central mountains towards that Texas-New Mexico state line. These kick in 11 a.m. through 7 p.m. because of the strong winds and humidity less than 15%. So again, fire danger, our top concern. Please hold off on all those outdoor burns and barbecues. Do you know wind advisories have been put into effect for the northern mountains here at the Sangre de Cristos, especially the eastern slopes, as we're talking sustained speeds 20 to 30 up there. Now, when it comes to the overall setup here, we have a couple different fronts moving in with these storms crossing to the north. The first cold front arrives today. Won't do anything in the way of significant storms or showers. It will cool us down about 5 degrees out over the northwest. We can handle that. But we have a much stronger cold front on the way come tomorrow. This front has a little bit of moisture behind it, so we could be looking at isolated to spotty thunderstorms and showers out over the northern mountains and the northeastern plains as we get into late tomorrow and even Friday too, as that cold front continues to swing around and even the storm crossing to the north. The problem is we really have to watch these winds as these cold fronts come in, especially that second stronger cold front. Not only will it drop our temperatures anywhere from 5 to 15 degrees across the state, but it will also crank up those East Canyon winds here in the metro. And we are pretty familiar with this, but again, those winds squeezing through the canyon, once they spit out on the other side, those gusts are likely to reach about 35 to 40 miles per hour across the city. So very windy day on Friday, but winds do look to relax as we get into the weekend. Southern Colorado, temperatures in the 60s and 70s today, mostly to partly sunny, briefly getting back to the 70s tomorrow before the cool down hits Friday. Northwest, sunshine with 74 in Farmington, 72 in Cuba, 74 in Gallup with breezy conditions. Southwest, sunshine, dry, and warm. Highs in the 70s and 80s today, even closer to the low 90s out there in Las Cruces and Deming tomorrow. Southeast, sunshine with breezy to windy conditions. Our high temperature is almost hot. Roswell, 92, Carlsbad, 94, 60s and 70s expected over the Sacramentos. Northeastern New Mexico, windy conditions today, 81 in Roy, 71 in Mora, 84 in Clayton with Santa Rosa in the mid-80s. Northern Mountains, mostly sunny with windy conditions this morning. Still going to be fighting some pretty strong winds this afternoon, but our temperatures in the 60s and 70s, pretty comfortable for this time of year. East Mountains, mostly sunny and windy, highs in the low to upper 70s today, slightly cooler tomorrow, much cooler by Saturday. Metro, looking at sunshine and dry conditions. We'll go breezy today with those winds about 15 to 25. Again, we'll bump that to 20 to 30 miles per hour sustained Friday. So that's when the winds will peak before things start to relax, cooling off Saturday. Rebound hits Sunday into Monday. Of course, with all that going on in the later half of the forecast, we will keep you updated on air and online.
I don't mind the cool down. I mean, I'm looking forward to it for the weekend, you know, as long as it stays sunny.
Yeah, some of us out east could use a little bit of a cool down.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks so much, Kristen.